Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like SOME.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like SOME.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like SOME.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is... My audio is off. There we go. Hey, how goes it? Ken Bozak here to talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin accessories. And today I'm here with my bro, Fernando Rivero of MiningDisrupt.com. How goes it? Calling in from Miami, eh?
Yes, I am. I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to talk blockchain, crypto, and have some good times.
Well, yeah, dude. Let's start off with like a little bit about yourself because you're pretty involved in the space, man. So who's Fernando? Who's Nando, bro?
Nando. So started in blockchain in 2012. Actually, if you know Lucio Paletti, he introduced it to me in class in school many, many moons ago. I've known him for about 10 years. And Ethereum at the time was at $8-9. I'd say Bitcoin was around 400 or 500. Started trading a little bit. My background is in finance, so the money that I've got and what I'm going to do with it. So options, futures, stocks, that's all that stuff I enjoy. So I started getting into riskier investments, and that's kind of how I landed on blockchain.
Riskier,
I started trading. I hosted my own trading room for a while, teamed up with someone. Eventually, obviously, the market crashed. Moved on to doing events. I've done events for a little bit over 2 years. So I teamed up with my partner Robin, and he's been doing we've been doing events for the past year and a half. We started Block Tech, and we've just been expanding. So what we do with Block Tech is we host monthly events in a city. We host those monthly events, and we see what the people like to hear about, learn about, talk about. Then we do maybe a smaller paid event with some sponsors, make it a little bit juicier. And if that
Like
has
BitConnect.
traction,
His
we
face
are
though.
not
His face
BitConnect.
though. That was funny. No, dude, that's awesome that you're doing monthly like meetups. Are they free monthly meetups or are they more like a ticketed event?
They're usually free. We do most of them. We'll do like two, three free events and then one paid event. If the people in the areas aren't really into the paid events, then we may not do that. It just depends on the people and the content that they're looking for. So, for example, in Miami, they're looking for more partying and going out. So you'll notice during Miami Blockchain Week, we
Yeah.
did more after parties.
And that was actually
And
what was included in a lot of like the ticket charges and everything because the partying is part of the conference. It's part of the. You go up to the front door like, hey, you got a ticket. You don't have to pay a door fee.
right, which is bullshit. But yeah, so we do that in Miami. It's more like night events and people connecting. I call them like mix and mingles, kind of for like
Oh, crypto
blockchain
mixers
people.
for sure. Yeah.
And then in Atlanta, they're actually interested in learning the technology more so than anything. So I had Bits and Tokens actually did a drive through in Atlanta, and they saw the people there, and we did some videos, and we actually hosted an event there on Saturday. And yeah, they're more interested in what is blockchain and trading and stuff like that. So I'd say the Miami area is a little bit more developed right now on the blockchain space, but
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Miami's way more into the tech, I've noticed during blockchain week. It was a lot of tech talk and it wasn't so much coin talk or token talk. It was really interesting to kind of see because when you think Miami, you get those vibes of just a money city. Everyone's trying to make money, drop money, but it's actually money from the tech. It's like a Silicon Valley vibe over there in Miami.
Yeah, they call it the Silicon Valley of Latin America.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, bro. That's funny. That is dead ass what it was. And Miami's really like aware of crypto. You know me, dude. I walk up to random people and be like, "Hey, have you heard of Bitcoin?" Yuck. And nobody said no. It's like I mean, because I think it's mostly due to a lot of the billboards, not just crypto.com, but there's so many billboards in Miami about blockchain projects or crypto companies in general. It's you can't miss the big B logo.
Yeah. It's been interesting to watch it develop from nobody knowing anything to one in every five or one in every seven people on average.
And big shout out to the Blockchain Center in Miami because that has a lot to do with the mass adoption and the education in the area as well. Having a hub for all these projects to kind of go to and just bro out and kind of like mingle and cross pollinate ideas and problem solving. The Blockchain Center in Miami, dude, if there was one of those centers in every state, every city, bro, that's what we need. So shout out to Nick Spanos.
Yeah, he's been crushing it. I know they started one in New York and they expanded there, and then they dropped down to Miami, and they've just been growing.
Philly coming soon.
Philly coming
I
soon.
talked to Nick about it all week, bro. All week. Philly needs a blockchain center, and I think I earwormed Nick into a close enough to where I can say, bro, by the end of the year, wait for it.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think what they're doing is great. They're teaming up with a lot of the players that
Yep.
need to be teamed up with in each city. I think what they did with the mayor down here in Miami, getting the official blockchain week for Miami was huge.
Yeah, the
Just
mayor opened the week, didn't he?
yeah, yeah. He's big in the blockchain space. He did the opening for the blockchain center, so he went over there and had a speech. He was at Mining Disrupt as well, and he
Oh,
had a
cool.
presentation as there as well. And yeah, he opened up the North American Bitcoin Conference. He's been great. I have nothing but good things to say about Mayor Suarez.
I looked at the Mining Disrupt lineup and it looks hella crazy. I don't know how you're pulling that off, but like respect for the quality of clout you guys are pulling in. Like this, I looked at the speaker list and I almost FOMOed immediately. So like, let's talk a little bit about Mining Disrupt, bro. Like, where's Mining Disrupt come from? What is Mining Disrupt doing? And let's talk a little bit more about this year's Mining Disrupt.
Okay. So where'd it come from? So I had somebody reach out to me, my partner, and say, "Hey, I'm interested in doing an event. I see you guys do events. I'm more in the mining space. What can we do together?" And we said, "All right, let's do a conference. Let's see what we can do. If people are interested, and we'll start building this out." And we found the venue, and we found a lot of things that worked for us. So we are not the venue that's going to put up $1 million or $100,000 to be in the nicest hotel on South Beach and just spend all our money on that. We're spending all our funds, all our money on getting good content and providing a good product. So last year's event, we had a little bit over 30 sponsors, which was exhibitors, not sponsors, exhibitors.
Okay, cool, cool. Big
Um,
difference.
this year, we're hoping about 40. I was actually surprised that I'd say, and you can ask bits and tokens or anybody who went really. Erica came. We had about 40% of the people, 30 to 40% was Asian. So these people all flew in from China, Japan to get together. It's the first mining conference that had all the players together. So usually Bitmain has their own thing, and What's Miner has their own thing, and Pangolian and all these other distributors or energy providers do their own events. This is the first time they all came together and did
That's
one
like
event.
so you're basically doing like a CES, right, for crypto projects because Microsoft and Google and they all have their own conferences, but CES brings them all under one umbrella.
That's what we're
Do you
trying to
think
do.
that it being a mining centric event, like a mining event, that's what brought in a lot of the Asian crypto interests? Because mining in Asia is like obviously they have like 65 to 70% mining dominance on Bitcoin, so it's like a really big topic there. You think that's why they flew in, or was it something else?
I think that they are interested in getting some US dollars over there, and they're also interested in seeing what they can do to expand, to make more sales in the US. And they also want to make connections in the US that can create additional sales from their connections as well. And it looks like that's one of the things that they're looking to do as far as pumping actual ASICs and machines. And the other thing they're also trying to do is hosting services. So there's no cheaper power right now than what well, there is, I'm sure, but as far as like across the board, I think I saw them at like a penny
Oh
per
wow.
kilowatt per hour. But still, you'd have to have a relationship with someone in China and hope that they're not scamming you. And that's what our conference did. Our conference allowed people to come in, meet the people that are providing these services, and alleviate some of that potential scam
Dominance
or
on Bitcoin.
that disinterest in potentially working with people you've never seen before. You don't even know.
Right. Hey guys, I know that the video froze, but the audio is still good. I'm working on that right now.
Cool. And while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and keep talking and answering some of those
Yeah, it
questions.
should be good. We should be good, hopefully. Everything looks good. I think I'm blaming Restream for this one, but my OBS looks good. Zoom looks good. CPU, everything's perfect. I think Restream.io is having an issue funneling all my content to the different places I stream. But yeah, so what were some of the topics of discussion at Mining Disrupt? Is it Bitcoin mining, Ethereum, proof of work versus proof of stake type of conversations?
It was a combination of all that. We tried to actually take some of the manufacturers and put them out of their comfort zones. So we put a couple of them on the same panel. We actually had one. I got to look for the video. We had one person that we did call out on some of the things that he was
Oh,
talking about. Just
nice.
kind of they
Respect.
froze on stage and just started acting like they didn't know English anymore. So that was a little awkward. We did have the mayor come up and talk about how Miami is going to be the next hub. Um, we had a variety of things. We don't want to be considered only mining, so it was a combination of mining and disruptive tech is really what we were looking to do. But the mining community it seems to be very hungry to find a place or a home where they can all connect and communicate. I mean, most of the people that went were like distributors or for these manufacturers, and they're all coming back and they're all telling me, "Hey, this is the first time I had all my vendors, I had all my wholesalers all in one place. I've never done this before. You've got to do it again." And that's kind of why we've expanded it now to 2 days and trying to team up with some bigger players.
Yeah, 2 days long. I know it's seven. What's the date again?
July 24th.
July 20.
Actually, let me get the exact dates for you. It's a 2-day event.
Yeah, I think it was it the 22nd to the 24th or the 24th to the 26th. Just want to make sure we get the date right because I do want to go back to Miami and I'm letting you all know if you're watching this, I will be at Mining Disrupt. So if you guys want to
Yes,
hang out with
sir.
me in Miami, definitely go to Mining Disrupt and we will kick it. Hang out at the Blockchain Center, smoke, chill, and yeah, just bro down.
Yeah, it's actually the 22nd to the 23rd. It'll be in Miami. We will probably do an opening the day before, like the night of the 21st. Do an opening somewhere, maybe leverage Gabe's spot, that bit mining market or something that we can connect with people. We did do the opening last year there. He had a store. His first store was in Wynwood, and we decided to do a party there. We emptied out the back. We put a DJ bar in the back. We opened up the front so that you had like all the ASIC miners in the front of the store. We had so many people show up that the cops came.
No shit. Oh, I
Yeah,
heard about that. Oh, fuck, that was you?
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
that's so funny. That was actually trending on Twitter for like a good week or two.
The cops came. We had to dispersed a little bit and then kept it going. We just told the security guard how to give the security guard something and see if he
Yeah,
would.
right, exactly. That's, I mean, yo, these cops show up just like, yo, we're having a bit. You want to learn about Bitcoin? Come on in.
It was a vibe. We had easily 200-300 people. Wait, I'd say about 50 people standing outside hoping to get in. Like it was definitely a vibe. The conference was fun, and yeah, we just want to expand on that. We're trying to expand to more than one type of conference. So we're also doing a security conference in Atlanta this year as well. We've
That's
got some.
important, man. People aren't paying attention to these security tokens at all because ICOs just like completely put all this off their perspectives or peripheral. But these security tokens are about to replace the stock market. It's going to happen so fast, bro. People aren't ready for this. They want to tokenize the stock market so bad.
I think so. So what's your opinion on ICOs? Are you investing in another one or not touching it?
Yeah, if I see it, I mean, if something comes out that I believe in, that I think the team's legit, project's legit, and not some like ICOs to me weren't something that I'm gonna invest in and be like, oh, I'm gonna make 300 percent gains on this or 10x my returns. It's never really was like that for me. Like the ICOs I looked at like were corny. Stupid little thing there was a piggy bank Pigsy or something that did an ICO and like that was one of the most exciting ICOs I saw because it was a kid's piggy bank for crypto, like a hardware wallet piggy bank for. I was like, that's great. It's a shitty ICO, but I was like, that's a cool thing. I hope I can help make it come to life. Threw some crypto at it. It never did anything, and so be it. And that was most of the projects. Mobile Go. They had a thing with game credits. I thought that was going to be a cool project. Did pretty well on that. You guys can Google my Mobile Go returns and that, but the projects I look into are just things that I believe in. I want to support. It's not so much like a trader mentality I look at when ICOs come out. It's more of an investor mentality. I want to invest in it. I want to help it. I not so much want to take away as a trade. Traders take, investors give.
Okay. Yeah,
And
I
I
get
think
you.
that I talked to Trace Mayer about this in Vegas for HoshoCon. He kind of changed my mind real quick on ICOs. I do believe the concept has a potential comeback, just like Kickstarter, GoFundMe, Patreon type of a deal. And the STO model is going to be more of a securities or IPO type of an environment. But just because ICOs have a bad reputation now doesn't mean that I think that there's not going to be successful ICOs. Like a long time ago there was the unfortunately Alex, the young child who passed away from cancer, opened a lemonade stand. If that same child had the technology at hand to create an ICO for Lemonade Coin, bro, I would have supported it. You know what I mean? The same way we go and buy Alex's lemonade specifically rather than a store brand. So
Right.
I think there is potential. It's just we have to get rid of the malicious actors, get the attention, because every technology is going to get the attention of bad actors first. I'm sure the first time fire was invented, it was used to light somebody else's hut on fire and steal their shit. We have to wait for good actors to get the technology and the peripherals start utilizing it. So I'm happy all the bad actors came in early and burned their burned their reputations, and now they'll never be able to launch another project because you can go back to the shitty ICO they did, 2 years ago with Ryan Gosling on their white paper.
Yeah, that was actually one of the red flags for me. If I saw Pitbull
Any
or Ryan
celebrity, I'm
Gosling,
out.
oh, celebrity, yeah, I'm out. Like, you're just trying to get somebody that has a bunch of followers and get their followers, a million
Immediately
followers,
out.
10 bucks, it's 10 million. Cool. I'm happy with 10 mil. I'm out.
That's why I kind
Yeah.
of like the way Potcoin did their thing with Dennis Rodman. It wasn't like what was that scam debit card that had like DJ Khaled and everybody promoting it. Like that was
That was
insane.
bad.
Dennis
They got
Rodman never
stupid.
told anybody to buy Potcoin, but you have all these other celebrities telling you go all in on this scam credit card thing.
Well, they're getting fined, right?
Yeah, they all got fined. Yes, they're all going to. I mean, I have a feeling they're going to be able to get good lawyers to scapegoat themselves out of it, like they were taken advantage of for their clout, and they didn't know what they were support. Blah 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 blah. But they're at the end of the day, I don't think you're going to see any of those celebrities promoting anything like that again, even if there is something legit, because no legit company is going to want to work with them.
Yeah, I mean, so look, everybody's always trying to up a game, run a game on someone or one up someone, and people found that they can hide their funds through Bitcoin, and that's kind of where it started. And you start with a bunch of bad
And they
apples
say
coming
and they
in.
say Bitcoin has no use case, but money laundering is an amazing use case.
I
Amazing.
mean,
The only
it's
reason the
huge.
entire art industry has any dollar value in it, period, is for money laundering. That's what the art industry is for. Laundering money. Done.
Yeah, I mean, so we got all these quote unquote bad apples, and I think as the use cases start coming in and companies start showing that use cases are valid, we're going to have more players say, okay, they were able to do it. I feel comfortable.
Yeah,
A
Kick
lot of
had a
people
failed ICO, completely failed, flat on their face. But that does not mean that Discord would have a failed ICO. They may go STO because it's a more proper way, but they could do an ICO. It just means that maybe US investors may not be able to take participation. But that's just these issues. And that's why I think ICOs still have success in the futures. It's a very short problem here in the US. It doesn't extend worldwide with ICOs as far as the SEC and regulations go. A lot of other countries are semi-embracive of the ICO concept. Yes, there are bad actors, but that's in any industry, in anything. I mean, the Red Cross is probably the biggest scam in charity history, period. But people still leave a penny in that little box, right? So,
yeah.
and there's good charities out there like Patcoin that actually do something with their crypto. Like they're working with Manny Pacquiao right now. And I haven't seen the Red Cross do much in the past couple of years, and I'm seeing a lot of these crypto charities come up and actually build and do things like these open ledgers. I can see proof of transactions. They bought goods and services. They built this hospital. They built this school. They maybe kept 5% for business reasons or whatever instead of 90% like the other charities. So like these technologies, as they start to get more attention, like we were talking about, these other companies, maybe Discord will do an ICO, maybe they'll do an STO. It doesn't really matter. They will do something though. Like that's a fact, and that's because of they know how not to do it rather than how to do it. That's yet still to be figured out. Nobody knows exactly how to do this capital raising model, but we all know how not to do it and all the different ways not to do it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the internet, everybody reverts back to the internet when they're talking about this shit, and it's like the first one that to me that easy use case. Yeah, we had like the Amazons and this and that, but AOL came in, provided a community where everybody can connect easily. We had those corny chat rooms, ASL, P at the end of it if you've got to pick. And
I was like ASL, I was like H location, and then you said P. I was like, damn, we probably met in a chat room and don't even know it.
So yeah, it was probably.
Well, my AOL username was my bird is small. So if anybody remembers talking to an AOL chat room messenger named my bird is small, that was me. Hi.
So I was a QBAN Poppy 69. No, I'm
See,
kidding.
you had a real like that was a legit user. You had the numbers, the X, and
Yeah, you had the
yeah.
XOs in the front. Yeah. So I mean, so look, I see the internet. They created AOL. Everybody saw what AOL was doing, and then they just made it better.
Yep.
Like somebody needs to come in and say, hey, this is one of the amazing use cases, blow up, everybody use it, have a huge platform, and then somebody else is going to come in and say, you figured it out, but now I'm going to make that shit better.
Let's talk about some of the platforms that are on your peripheral in Miami. Some of the projects that you've come across that you're looking forward to see as an exhibitor at Mining Disrupt. Is there anybody in Miami that stands out to you?
Well, the companies that we're working with in Miami aren't specific to mining. So there are some cool projects, but I don't know if they would exhibit at Mining Disrupt. I'd love them to. But first one that pops to mind is Dex Freight. They're doing logistics on the blockchain, which is a big get. Not sure how to. I mean, it explains itself, right?
Right.
They're trying to cut the middleman out, lower costs, and make the whole logistical process easier. Obviously, tracking your goods on the blockchain, and
And this is going to help incentivize other, business models to kind of expand and test this technology too, because they don't have to do so much in house.
right. And well, you've got Uber trying to do something similar apparently with their logistical platform.
Yeah, but I'm
But
sure that that's going to be a barrier to entry.
oh yeah, they're kind of too big at this.
Yeah,
Well,
I would say they are too big to be considered feasible from like a mom and pop perspective of implementation.
yeah, well, they're still not profitable, which is driving me nuts. Like they're still like in their infancy, but they're just so big at this point.
Wait for them to do that. What's that? Elon Musk self-driving partnership. When I order Uber Eats, the car's just gonna drive itself. Yeah, I might have to walk out to the car and get my stuff out of the back seat, but it's going to be a lot cheaper, a lot more convenient. I don't have to worry about somebody spitting in my drink while they're driving it from McDonald's over to my apartment. Like, bro, I have such, if they don't have the sticker thing on it and the cup sealed, I don't drink it. I'll like leave like a bad review for McDonald's for not sealing my drink properly.
Oh yeah. I get the bags too that they have the sticker on it, and they make sure they don't open it,
Yep.
and then yeah.
And so you take that driver out of that scenario, and I think the people that are hesitant to even use Uber Eats when they'll start to use it, like like there's people that are way more skeptical than me that are just I'm not even going near that service because of the potential.
Yeah, I mean, once they open it up to crypto, I'll be buying Uber Eats all the time
Yo,
too.
exactly. And I mean, with IoT supply chain, I mean, a lot of this stuff will be, you'll be able to see when it was picked up, when it was delivered, and all this stuff. It will be, through signatures, through these, whether it be like my smartphone or my hardware wallet or X, Y, and Z, I engage with this vehicle that's part of a blockchain script. The car itself is an IoT. I think
And
IOTA is getting a lot of praise recently for like things when it comes to like smart home tech, like the Alexa, Google, and all that stuff.
yeah, I thought I was big on IOTA. I'm still hodling on my IOTA. I hear noise, I hear movement, but it's just not enough for me yet. It's just
We're spoiled, bro. We are desensitized. We've been in this space too long. Our expectations are too high, and no project is going to make us get off like we're expecting to. It's going to be a letdown every time we bust because we have this whole thing in our head built up for that moment, and then it isn't what it is. But it's still amazing. It's just we have too much of a standard anymore from being in this space so long. We hold these projects to a higher standard. We demand this pump and dump of information, even though projects are doing a lot. They're just not talking about it a lot. They're letting their work speak for themselves, and those are the projects I really admire. A lot like IOTA. I mean, I remember when they first hit my portfolio. I was like, oh, okay, because somebody sent me some. I was like, let me look into this. And the first thing that came to mind was like, yeah, nobody's going to use Ethereum for a Roomba, period.
right,
No,
right.
not gonna happen. But my Roomba or my smart coffee maker could potentially use IOTA's blockchain for security reasons, so somebody can't like hack my smart toaster and tell my toaster to stay on hot all day while I'm at work and start a fire in my kitchen. Because that is
Right.
possible today, right now, with the way these smart toasters run on these open internet protocols that are totally vulnerable.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting from a smart home perspective. Also, supply in restaurants. So, like you mentioned earlier with Uber, you order a meal, they use lettuce to make your sandwich. How much lettuce do they have left? When do I need to restock? I think all that's going to be a big player in blockchain. I was actually recently not recently, I'd say maybe a year ago, at a conference where they actually had and I've seen it before where they have like AI drive and see what is needed to be restocked in the back.
Yeah, I've
But they
seen them at
actually,
Walmart. Those things are pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah, I actually saw a flying one. So the Walmart one is kind of like on wheels and goes around and just goes up and down. This actually, and the Walmart one actually, it can't see items behind the first one. So it can only tell you what's missing once everything on that row is gone. So it's everything in the front is gone. What do I have in the back? Okay, I can restock the front, and this is how much I have left. Where the flying one that I saw can actually maneuver in a way where they can see behind the first item. So they can tell the system how many objects are left on the shelf. I got 10 on the shelf as opposed to I haven't ran out.
With a
So
point of sale system, you would probably be able to do that a lot easier. Like I don't hate to be a downer, but I'm like, well, if you know how many you have in the warehouse and how many you sold at the register, you know how many left there should be on the shelf made. But yeah, I get like you don't know how many are on the shelf from the warehouse. Like that's the part.
yeah, and the other
I
additional
think they
piece
call
is
that facing. If you guys work in sales and retail, you know what facing means. So if there's only one box of cereal left on the shelf, you pull it all the way to the front, and that machine that we're talking about can't see that there's only one box of cereal on the shelf. It thinks there's a whole row of them.
right. Yeah, and then we get into the whole spoilage. So when is this one going to spoil as opposed to that one? Which one did the person take? Because it's not only seeing the front of it. We're talking. Let's say we go into milk, which I know you love.
Bro, I am the guy. I'm that weird young. I feel like I'm relatively young. I know the beard makes me look older, but I'm the dude that reaches into the back of the cooler and gets like the freshest gallon of milk possible. I'm
Hell
that guy.
yeah!
I don't
So
get the milk like in the front. That has a 2 day earlier expiration date. I'm not beat.
You know what? We got to do something with this whole milk thing because I'm a huge fan of milk. Huge, maybe like a milk chugging contest or something. Because
Dude, I
I
just
went
found
through.
out that milk chugging is a symbol of white power and it's racist. I
Oh,
know. I did not know that milk was a symbol of racism until like somebody brought it to my attention for like the Twitter thing I'm doing. And I'm just like, fuck, this is why we can't have nice things, bro. Like, shit. Fucking Nazis
right.
ruin everything. But yeah, dude, chugging milk apparently I would not be able to do because they took it from us, man.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Unfortunately, but I fucks with chocolate milk, so fuck you Nazis.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip on the milk wrestling too. So
But actually, yeah, dude, I actually have a lot of people asking me if I'm gonna do something with this milk thing, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking into doing my own shitcoin. I'll do it. Fuck it.
do it. Do a milk coin.
It has no
Do it.
meaning. It's completely useless, guys. Like that's the point of all this. Like I just want to do it to have fun and do it. Like I've made Ken Coin on Steam. I've made my own collectibles on Engine, on Ethereum with Wax, and I'm probably on like 7 different blockchains that I've made my own token on just to play with it. So if you guys haven't,
Which is
I recommend you do it. Waves Network, 100% the easiest one.
Waves.
Waves.
Yeah, I did some tokens on Waves.
You
So
can do
quick
Waves in
question.
60 seconds.
So quick question on that. So I jump into Waves token. I need to buy a certain amount of tokens to make my own.
I think it's
Uh,
one. You need one Waves to create your own token on the network.
Okay, so I create my tokens. I make 1,000,000 milk coins. Nobody touches it. Can I take my 1,000,000 milk coins and revert it back to that one wave?
I do not believe so.
Yeah, that's kind of where I got stuck at.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've burned a couple waves, and now I'm looking at how much they're worth and how much they were worth when I burned them to make shit coins, and I'm like, damn, I should have just hodled my fucking waves, bro.
Yeah, it's a great platform. I think they've expanded to be able to be used on multiple wallets and
Yep.
multiple platforms.
They're
That's
probably,
cool.
in my opinion, one of the most underappreciated blockchains right now because they're not like whatever all these day traders and investors kind of want with that pump and dump team or community, but they've been around for a while and actually have some good tech and they're just underappreciated.
Yeah, I think so. I started using Waves early on when they first came out. I almost participated as early as possible. But one thing that I think shot them in the foot was their UI wasn't too nice at
No,
first.
well, it still isn't.
It's not still,
It
yeah, it
still
was kind of
isn't.
like it's shitty. But you know what? The product is great.
Yep.
It works. I come back from I come from a tech background to an extent. So you first work on the product you make sure it's working, you make sure it's not vulnerable to any attacks, and then once it's at that point, then it's a matter
Yeah,
of,
if they spend
all
too
right,
much
let's
time
ship
on
it.
their UI and not enough on their back end, I would have a different opinion on Waves altogether. To be
Oh
honest,
yeah,
like
100%.
they are doing it right, and I think they're silent killers in this pool of crypto. I think yeah it was Waves. Waves is the coin that brought sponsored transaction fees onto my radar and really like turned me on to the concept. Like where if you wanted to create a Waves coin like I did with Ken, I could send it to you, but I could have a sponsored transaction protocol set up to where I buy Ken coin from you and I pay the Waves transaction fee for the network fee. So I pay the gas for you in Waves and I accept my Ken coin for the Waves. So I evaluate how many Ken coin do I think the transaction fee in Waves is worth. And that almost establishes a value of utility just through that. So if it
Right.
costs X amount of Waves to move one Ken coin's worth X amount of Waves.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And
That's
I
interesting.
really was hoping Ethereum would have done something like this because I would have definitely have staked some ETH to pay for some of these sponsored transaction fees. So I would have bought your BAT token from you and paid the gas fee in ETH for you, and that way you would only have to use BAT to send BAT, and I could have
Right.
earned BAT as basically dollar cost averaging my way in through paying
Right.
gas fees on the network. So as the network gains more traction, I buy more BAT. It's almost a set it and forget it investment when you look at sponsored transaction fees.
Nice. I actually had a huge issue, not issue with that, but I just messed up. I went onto a website. I think it was like Cryptopia, which don't judge me, and they had an arbitrage tab, and they're like, "Oh, you can buy BAT on Live Coin and sell it on Kraken at 200%." And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I bought the BAT. I bought like, I don't know, $50 worth of BAT. I'm here sitting with now a million BAT tokens for $50, and I'm hoping I can sell a couple of them for, I don't know, 5 grand. And I'm like, okay, let's see how this works. So I tried to send it to the other website, and essentially what they did is they created a coin with the exact same initials
Yep, they
and
copied,
logo.
they cloned it. Yeah,
Yeah. So I couldn't send the tokens. They said it was an invalid address, and I just got stuck with these shit coins. It's just, they'll find anything to try and take $10 from you, because if they can do it from $1 million, for a million people, it's $10 million.
right. You're right. And unfortunately, well, fortunately and unfortunately, this had to happen to fortunately get to a place where we have higher standards of exchanges. The do your own research part of it, I think, is still a burden of entry. Like people don't understand when you say do your own research where they even should begin. But the amount of information that's out there for people that do attempt it, it's a lot more informational than it was experimental back in the day. We didn't have anything to look back at and say, well, this doesn't work. How is this doing it differently? Maybe it won't work either, but how's it doing it differently than something that obviously didn't already work? We had no comparison. A lot of that is now out there. So I say thank you to all the failures in blockchain,
Yeah.
all the scams, all the things that exited and shit all over the space. Because the earlier that stuff happens, the better. I'd much rather at 1% mass adoption have all this happen than at a 10 or 20% mass adoption. The whole like for lack of a better comparison, the whole Nigerian scams with the emails, back in the 90s, everybody got the emails where you had a cousin that was a Nigerian prince, and all you had to do was send him $1,000 to open the channel, and they were going to send you back $1 million because they died and you're in the will. That was a common scam to fall for at early internet adoption, about that 10% early internet household adoption. And it was awful. Many people were scammed, and it had a ripple throughout the internet for a decade. People were afraid to use their credit cards to even buy goods and serve. eBay and Amazon are lucky they exist because those scams scared people from using their Visa cards on a computer for a decade. And that's where we're at now in this space with these ICOs and everything like that. It's just a matter
You're
of
saying,
time.
you're saying I'm not getting my $1 million from my cousin?
Did you send 1,000? If you don't send 1,000, you cannot get the million, man. It's just that's how it works. But like as the time goes on, though, people will realize like, this send one Eth thing, like, yeah, good luck. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even 10 years from now, nobody's going to be falling for these things. It would be such a common knowledge situation. It's to be so commonly aware of because of its early, state in the internet and the early state in cryptocurrency that it took.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. So one of the I was working for an employer recently, and they actually send spoof emails to test if people click on
Yeah, I got fished once. It sucks.
them.
It looked so legit, bro. But all they did was use like a capital L instead of an I, or a lowercase L instead of an I, or they did something weird to the username, man. Yeah, it was like dead on, and it was just like the capital or lowercase issue of like an I and L.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can feel your pain on that. So how bad was that?
That was awful. I lost everything. I lost everything, bro. That was back when BitConnect exited. I ended up convincing one of their BitConnect like biggest spokespersons in BitConnect to pay me 2 Bitcoin to never talk bad about BitConnect again. And then I gave away all his BitConnect live on a live stream talking shit on BitConnect while I did it. So I didn't keep any of the money that BitConnect paid me for silencing myself. But then I went live and gave it all away. That next morning, I woke up and everything was gone. Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Dropbox, Google Drive. I lost everything.
Wow. Do you think
Yeah.
it was fun?
Oh, it would definitely then. Somebody showed me that there was a hit out on the deep web for me for like 1 or 2 Bitcoin for a digital assassination. So if you could prove that you like eradicated me from the internet, you could have claimed the bounty.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was legit. They were pissed, but fuck BitConnect. I can't
Damn.
believe they fell for my scam. If I could scam BitConnect, that's it, man. That was like the pinnacle for. I scammed BitConnect out of 2 Bitcoin. Like, yeah,
Wow.
the little guys got one.
Finally, we need more of these W's.
Yeah, well, I think that a lot of these content creators and influencers need to start accepting the money from these scammers in their emails and just start giving it away to people, making people aware of the scams.
I mean, if they give away the currency, they're still going to get followers, even if they do it over time.
Yeah, I would. I think I'm fully aware. Like, and nobody's doing this now because of who I am. I used to get emails for like project scamming things all the time. But if anybody ever sends me an offer to promote a scam, I'm going to accept it, and then I'm going to use their money to obliterate them.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't gotten offers yet. Obviously, I'm not as active on social as you are. I plan to start, so hopefully I can
Well, you're
get
in
to
the
your level.
epicenter for it, man. Out there in Miami, just keep going to that blockchain center, keep making content, keep posting it. I mean, that is definitely like I want to be in Miami so much, man, for that blockchain center. I love what Nick's doing. There's so much potential out there when it comes to like, like you mentioned, creating content, actually getting into the space and doing more.
Yeah, no, I mean, Nick's doing great, but Eric is killing it out here
Oh yeah,
too.
she is, dude. That's why I'm pumping her. Did you see? I'm giving away 100 BCH to people that follow her. So, and she did not know this was happening, but I'm just so happy and proud of like what she's doing. And I had such a great time at the blockchain center. I wanted to give back to Erica for what she's doing there. So I have a Twitter tweet going on right now to give away $100 to somebody who follows her. So somebody randomly who's following her is going to get 100 BCH, and it's on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I see you've got a couple things coming up on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited. I hopefully I'm not stuck at a restaurant waiting to get in. I want to be able to see who wins. I see you've got some interviews that day that are going to be interesting. So I'm excited for Valentine's Day this year. It's going to be very very fun.
Same, dude. Same. And shout out to Crypto Love. If you guys don't follow him, go follow Crypto Love. But as soon as you said Valentine's Day, Crypto, like, oh, Crypto Love. That's like his holiday. That should be Crypto Love's like own little holiday. We should all make sure we shout out Crypto Love on Valentine's Day.
All right, I'm with you on that.
So what are you doing in this space outside of all this like hands-on stuff? Is there anything like and you earlier you just said you had like a trade alert and stuff. Are you actively trading or are you doing anything outside of like more hands-on? Are you playing around with any projects or anything? Anything caught your attention that you're actually using, or is it more so like are you stuck in that speculating side of like the environment?
So Loaded question, but I got you. I do options trading, forex, and stocks. So that's why I had a call that came in. I have a trading bot that tells me certain things that I should or shouldn't buy. I plug in my own equations in there, and it gives me my whole.
I guess the segue I was going for there was like, are you actively doing this with crypto, or are you just like watching? Because I haven't traded crypto in over a year. I've just been watching, maybe collecting a few coins, but I have not put in a trade order in a year.
Yeah. So from Block Tech, since we host all these monthly events, we have companies that come in and pitch, and we actually invest in some of these companies. Some of them are
Respect.
blockchain specific, some of them are security or AI specific, fighting against deep fakes, those kind of things.
That's
But
gonna be
we
fucking
did,
interesting.
it's nuts. It's nuts what they're
Dude,
doing.
I'm gonna use deepfake as soon as I can to launch an ICO with Trump's face all over it. He's gonna be talking about how awesome my ICO is with deepfake tech, and there's nothing he can do about it.
You can do a porn.
I could have Trump fuck Trump.
That's fucked. But
Somebody
yeah,
that has deepfake tech on their computer, please do this. Please.
So there's actually an app for it. It exists, but they're blocking it in the US. We're not allowed
Oh.
to use it. We can't download it. It's available in like China and
Is it because
Asia
it's a blockchain project or is it because it's a tech project?
because so many people can get scammed from it that they're trying to prevent people from being hurt. It pretty much takes 7 words or 12 words from a YouTube video to be able to replicate like 300 words via audio. And from a video perspective, the app that I'm talking about allows me to impose my face on anyone else, any other movie that's out there. So they have like a library of movies, and I pick, let's say, my face. I take a picture of my face, and they superimpose me, let's say, on Leonardo DiCaprio on the Titanic, and it's my face, his hair, my mouth is
Just like,
moving. Yeah, yeah, on top of the world, baby. So
That's so.
it's
What are they doing to protect us from it? How do you counter this type of a technology once it's out there? I mean, like, for all we know, the mainstream media has been using this forever, and nobody has been the wiser, right? So, all these Osama bin Laden videos I'm seeing from like 9/11, for all the fuck I know, it was deep fake. Like, this tech has been around for a long time. Just started to hit the peripheral of the average user. So, how are they going about protecting us from misinformation that is coming from deepfake technology?
So, I mean, from what I've seen from the government, we're just blocking any apps that do it. If it's a good enough app that people can definitely manipulate and impact other people easily, they're just
Yeah, but
blocking
what
it.
about the platforms that those people can use? Like YouTube, I could use that platform in Asia, then upload that video to YouTube, and it doesn't matter where I use the technology. I now used an American platform to promote my propaganda.
Right. So from that aspect, there's absolutely nothing. The only aspect that they can prevent a deepfake is, let's say you call me and I think I'm speaking to you. There's some sort of verification process to confirm that the person calling is truly the person calling. So let's
Interesting.
say you call me, I receive your call, and then you might get a text, or I might get a text saying, "Hey, put in this 3-digit code to accept this call,"
So
to
like a
make sure.
2FA for that. Interesting, because I now okay now that having a verified profile on Twitter or YouTube is going to really matter.
Right, 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 right. Well,
If I have a YouTube video or whatever out there that's been deep faked on a channel that looks like mine, nobody would be the wiser. You know, without it having that verified badge or something to the effect where I could sign a message with a wallet that I have acknowledged, like, hey, this is like Vitalik proving he didn't die 2 years ago. He basically just held up a transaction hash. Like, I guess you would have to do something like that. So I guess this is where blockchain and crypto really do come into play when it comes to these kinds of technologies.
yeah, yeah, it's interesting. There was recently an attack, let's say 9 months ago. They went on YouTube, they found the CEO of a company, they ran his 10, 12 words through an algorithm. They were able to replicate 300, 400 words. They called the CFO of the company. They had a 30-minute long conversation with the CFO, and at the end of the conversation, he sent over 300 grand to this account. And yeah, it wasn't really the CEO of the company. So,
Oh
I
my
mean,
god,
yeah.
that's
Can you imagine if your
crazy.
mom calls you and says, "Hey, I'm in jail," or "Hey, I need $100"? It's your mom's number. It's her voice. Shit, she can FaceTime you.
Yo, right. I was just gonna say, like, this is like one of those things where, like, people will message me on a platform, and it could be like whoever, so, like you, Nando, messaging me, and I'd be like, yo, just give me a call real quick, because I'm not used to talking to you on this platform, and holy crap, it's you in the video, but it isn't you.
Right, right. So
Huh.
and even with the verifying on Twitter and shit. I mean, I can buy somebody's account that was verified.
Yeah,
Can
that's been done before easily.
Yeah, I mean, so like you've got Instagram that's now like verifying accounts constantly, so they can remove the badge.
Yeah, well, let's
But
highlight some of the goods, because I feel like this is all way too, like, Tim Burton, dark and dreary. But there is a lot of great use cases for this tech. I mean, dude, I could go and watch a 2020 Tupac music video. Never been
yeah,
able to be done before, right? But now I can. There's a lot they've given an AR and VR with deepfake technologies where you could almost, relive things that, like concerts and stuff like that, or events or whatever. So I think that it's going to be really cool to see some of, like, the futuristic wax museum, if you will.
I think it's going to be cool. I think VR is going to be a game breaker, a game changer. Once it becomes a staple in every home, everybody can interact with everybody. Right now, I think the biggest uh, hiccup with VR is not everybody has a VR headset, not everybody can interact. But once they can, I think it's going to be huge, and
Yeah.
especially like folks that they don't get out of their homes. They're people who have disabilities that want to be able to walk. I think there was a movie a couple years ago that I saw that people were all jumping into pods in their rooms, and they would just have a VR interaction with everybody. And I don't think we're going to get to that level. I really hope we don't. We don't want to all be
I
couch
don't
potatoes.
think that. I think, just like the smartphone made it unnecessary to carry a calculator, a camera, and an MP3 player, the smartphone technology will also make it unnecessary to have a VR headset. You'll just have an adapter for your smartphone. They already have a ton of these, and they're getting better with the phones that get better. But you just slide your phone into this headset that's $10, and now you have the same $300 type of a headset that PlayStation has, or Oculus. So
Right.
the tech is definitely getting more accessible, and mobile VR, I think, is getting more users than ever because of those headsets.
Right. I think yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think VR is going to blow up. I think what Jerome's doing with his VR world from Bits and Tokens is
Dude, we
huge.
were just playing Farpoint in VR in alt space. Like, dude, we were side. It's gonna be so crazy what we're doing, because, like, this is the shit Ninja and all these other streamers are, like, way behind. Like, they're too big to adopt the stuff that we're gonna implement, and we are gonna be the paradigm shifters of the streaming gaming world. I guarantee it.
It's going to be huge.
I'm
I wanted
excited.
to I want to do a honestly what I really want to do is I want to do an event that only accepts crypto. It's been crushing me right now. I can't because a lot of the venues require me to accept cash or credit card or whatever. I really want to do an all crypto event. I really want to do an all, not all VR, but I want to VR stream the event. So have them come in, do a VR interaction of all the booths, see how that's going to look. And then people, instead of having to fly into Miami to interact with some of these folks, can just jump into the VR
Gotta
channel.
jump into a conversation with me and Jerome, bro. We are working on these solutions.
Let's do it, man. He's doing a conference, right?
Yep, yeah, he's gonna be putting some big things together, man. I'm just happy to be a part of it. Proud to be on the same team as that man, because what he's gonna be doing is game changing for conferences, and everything really in general. But I think these conferences are going to see the potential before a lot of other, like, niche marketable industries, because, like you said, people that live all around the world want to be able to attend and at least speak and interact with attendees and see the speakers live and all that stuff, and that is all possible in VR.
Yeah, I'll do a shameless plug here. So if you can jump into the next VR conference, please join. I'm sure you'll have the information tweeted out soon once we have it all. And for those who join and participate, we will be doing a giveaway of tickets to Mining Disrupt.
All
So
right.
jump on there, interact with people, meet people, bring friends. The more people, the merrier. And we're gonna have a nice little game out there where we can give some tickets to Mining Disrupt.
All right, man. Well, that's epic. Gonna be so. dudes, you can actually the bounty is participate in VR. The reward is a free ticket to Mining Disrupt. And if you wanted to just elaborate maybe on like some of the speakers that you can touch on and some of the exhibitors that will be there, because dude, just go to the website. To be honest, it's way big. I know that's a burden to put on you, but like go to miningdisrupt.com, check it out, and I'm sure you're gonna I FOMO, bro. And look, these are all the events I've been to, and I'm FOMOing for Mining Disrupt.
So I'm not going to jump on the speakers because a lot of the exhibitors haven't committed which speaker will be attending. But I will say who some of the exhibitors are. So we've got that we're hoping to come back, right? And some of which have closed. We've got Bitmain, Antpool, Bit5, which is one of the largest container manufacturers in the US. We've got Pangolian Miner, What's Miner, all the energy players in the US and in Latin America, pretty much. We've got Compute North. We've got.
I saw BitTorrent.
BitTorrent was out there.
Genesis Mining.
So Genesis Mining did go last year. I'm not 100% sure they're going to go this year just yet. So I'm not going to commit to Genesis Mining. I don't want to come out on your scams.
No. If Genesis Mining is there, bro, they're actually one of my favorite scams to troll. I fucking hate Genesis Mining, bro, with a passion. Why I just, dude, their whole, it's such a piece of shit platform, bro, for people to lose money in. It's sad.
So they came last year. They had this really nice machine that they were working on. They gave the specs on it, but
yo, the Wi-Fi sponsor is a sponsor of my podcast. Shout out to Scott Alford of Mining Equipment Broker. That's cryptomining.tools. That is a sponsor of my podcast, and he is the Wi-Fi sponsor of Mining Disrupt, which is awesome. I am actually super happy to have him as a sponsor of my show, knowing that he's supporting your conference.
Yeah, he's great. Just make sure he's
fed. No, bro. What? Get this off your site immediately. No, is he coming?
So here's what we want to do. So last year he came. He did speak. He did participate.
I hear he's a good speaker. I got to give him that. The dude can sell a fucking broken car to a Ferrari dealer.
Yeah. So what we're trying to do, he posted on Twitter recently that he would like to get on stage with Brian Armstrong, all the big players, Roger Ver, and argue why he is truly one of the founders of crypto. So we're trying, or Bitcoin. So I'm trying to get him to come back and do that at Mining Disrupt.
I approve. Tell him I approve. Say Ken said he'll leave you alone until after that panel. That way he's not afraid to come and play. But I would love to see them rip him apart.
Hey, I mean, he might prove his case.
Brian Armstrong's from Coinbase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be in prison.
Huh?
Brian Armstrong should be in prison. That dude should have been in prison 2 years ago, maybe even longer. Fuck Brian Armstrong. So it'd be cool to see him on stage with Jörg Molt.
Yeah, you know what? Coinbase has a very bittersweet place in my heart because I use Coinbase, but to wait weeks to get my money in there,
whenever there's a parabolic moment in a market, I can't buy and sell, or the limit gets dropped from like 10 grand to $100, or they freeze your account because of somebody sent you Bitcoin from like a Silk Road transaction 10 years ago. So now Coinbase has frozen your account for malicious funds acceptance. And don't get me started with the whole inside investigation for the insider trading of the listing of BCH and the fuck that. Brian Armstrong, you should be in jail. Free Ross, that's all I'm saying. And dude, it's cool because I see PayPal is on the list here as well.
A-Panel, yeah, they're big. Actually, so A-Panel was. Are you familiar with A-Panel?
No. I said PayPal. It looked like I saw PayPal on here, right?
So we had
PayPal, Bad Crypto, Visa.
So Visa actually came with one of their Latin American, I guess, representatives come and speak crypto, and he was very adamant about IOTA. That was actually interesting. But yeah, I mean, so those are definitely all the speakers from last year. I do want to have Bad Crypto come in this year, maybe with Travis. You guys have some fun. I'm open to having maybe an area to do podcasts and stuff. We're definitely working with Bits and Tokens
I saw Bits and Tokens on the website as well. That's awesome.
Annalisa actually hosted most of the conference.
Yeah, she's an MC. Like people need to realize that she could MC a conference, and hopefully we'll see more people like give her the opportunity because she kills it when she does it.
Yeah, her stage presence is awesome. Like her confidence exudes out to everybody else watching. Like everybody loves her.
Her
So I think
confidence makes me feel insecure, bro. I'm like, holy shit, she kills it, and I'm like, wait, why ain't I killing it like that? But like, we all do our things differently. And what Annalise does, bro, nobody else could do like her. So congrats to Bits and Tokens. Shout out to Tim and Jerome, everybody over there at that team, man, because
yeah, they're
they're
crushing.
they're they're just starting and they're crushing it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I met them a couple, maybe a year and a half ago. Actually introduced them to Erica. I was like, hey, they're starting the Bitcoin Center. They have some office space. You guys should jump in there. And look at them now. I mean, Tim's got some of the best streaming, period. Rome's got the VR on lock, and Annalise is hosting. So, I mean, even shout out to Tim with Crypto Finally. That podcast is
Yeah,
going off.
finally Fridays. Yep.
Fridays. And Drunk Crypto, that's always been fun. I mean, they're killing it with the content. So definitely they need to keep doing what they're doing. I think one of the biggest pain points in our sector right now from a blockchain space is people are interested in learning more with the least amount of effort possible.
Facts.
Nobody wants to. I find myself answering everybody's question with DYOR.
Yeah.
Hey, what's a Bitcoin? Do your own research. Hey, how can I get a Bitcoin? I mean, it's easy. Like it's really, really easy. At this point, you can do a
Why
video.
are you asking me and not asking, pre-search?
Google
I don't say Google anymore. I'm taking it out of my vocabulary. Pre-search.
research. So Google. Why no Google?
Well, because pre-search is basically a decentralized competitor to it. So I've been earning crypto searching on pre-search for like 2 years now. And it goes through Google. So pre-search, you can search. It'll go through Google, and Google doesn't know that you searched it. Somebody else looked it up for you, so they don't get to mine that data from you.
Presearch.com. Presearch.io. All right.
.io, yeah, presearch.io. And they have an Android app, iOS app, and you can just replace Google with presearch. And you could use DuckDuckGo or whatever search engine you want, but presearch is like that middleman that kind of they'll monetize the data. So obviously they know what you're searching. They reward you with the crypto, but they don't let the other browser know, hey, this is Nando or Ken searching for cat videos 2020.
Damn, that's actually pretty cool because I don't mind that they're finding all my stuff out. They're gonna do it anyway.
But if I could get a little shitcoin and reward for it, I opt out and opt in for the shitcoin all day.
Yeah. I mean, even if the shitcoin is gonna be worth nothing, I just want something in my pocket.
Right, yeah. Give me something back in return. I mean, whatever. Don't just say, oh, we're giving you a service. That's not good enough anymore.
Right. So I got an open-ended question for you. I'm familiar with Potcoin, but I haven't DYOR. So what do you feel? What is your interest in Potcoin? What brought you to it?
Potcoin to me is similar to like how Doge is, like a meme coin in a say. I just see the branding have more potential with that meme as a currency as it goes. I like it just for the meme culture in general. It has a value on a market. So if, somebody wants to, buy or sell cannabis, a peer-to-peer thing, it's cool to say, send me some Bitcoin or whatever, but it's much more funny and a little bit cooler to say, send me some Potcoin and I'll give you some cannabis for it. So I think that there's potential in the cannabis industry for it as far as like branding goes with loyalty points or rewards points. So I've always saw Potcoin as way too early, especially with the regulations surrounding the cannabis industry. Give the cannabis industry a couple more years to see more state acceptance in the U.S., more nationwide acceptance around the world like Canada, and we could see these dispensaries potentially add value to it for the mean perspective. They're a cannabis industry. They have a cannabis currency. They could just use it. There's no CEO really of Potcoin. They could just buy a bunch of it and give it a use case at the dispensary.
Right.
So I just look at it as like something fun, something funny, and it's cheap relatively. So I could send you 100 Potcoin. It'd be like $1, and you can play around with it, learn, send it to a wallet, send it to an exchange, lose it, try to figure out how does this crypto thing work without actually having that. Somebody sent me $1 in Bitcoin in 2010, and I lost it, and whoa, there goes my thousands of dollars. It's not going to have that same like vibe when you lose a couple Potcoin just playing with it and learning about it. So I think it's a cool learning tool, especially for like stoners. If you're trying to talk to a stoner about Bitcoin, might be a little easier to talk to a stoner about Potcoin. So it's just, to me, it's not like I'm gonna get rich. This is gonna be a coin for every dispensary. Blah 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 blah. I just think it's a neat project, much like Doge, and I think that it does have potential, but it's going to take a long time for it to be utilized because of the vice industry that it's actually for. It's two vice industries, crypto and cannabis.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while for any pollination to take off of that, but the potential is so there. I cannot ignore it.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. So 2018, my partner under 30 got asked to come to Forbes 30 under 30 for Block Tech. So we showed up, and they have different tracks. They have their tech tracks, they have their food and beverage tracks, and they actually had a track for blockchain, but they lumped us in with cannabis.
Ooh.
So it was all cannabis and blockchain for an entire week, which was great. But I thought it was interesting that they lumped us in with them. And then that was 2018. 2019, they actually separated us from cannabis in general, and we had our own just blockchain track.
Yeah, they put you in the taboo corner together.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't complaining. I'm actually surprised.
Well, that's actually a great opportunity for both industries too, because they have the cannabis industry has needs that the crypto industry can fill without having to make a problem up. The problem's already there. The solution already exists. It's just the that whole do your own research part. The leaders of the cannabis industry are so in depthly ingrained in that industry that it's not worth their time and efforts to investigate things outside of it, like cryptocurrency. They have to stay on top of the cannabis industry all day, every day. But as you start to see that wind down a little bit, you're going to be able to see more of their time allocated to the next, cryptocurrency and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. I think eventually it is. They're going to intertwine. They're definitely going to work together.
I
think
see Bitcoin ATMs being in dispensaries way more frequently than I'm going to see a fiat ATM, or at least a dual crypto and fiat ATMs, because I don't want to walk into a dispensary with cash. I don't want to take out cash out of an ATM just to. It's you know what I mean, like that whole process is holding back that industry, and they're making so much money having the hurdles they're having. They're going to look at this solution and see that they could 10x their returns from their customer base just by adding crypto. It's almost like being able to add Visa at the register, but they can't.
Right. I think crypto will be huge. I'll be perfectly honest with you. If I went to a dispensary, I am not using the ATM because the fees that I'm paying to buy that weed are ridiculous right now. You can walk into a place and spend $50 on stuff, and with taxes and fees, you're at like $90, and it's like, I just want an aider. What's that? And then on top of that, the fees from the ATM. Yeah, I mean, we need crypto to come in here. Well, but then at that point, how are they going to track the amount of money that's coming in and out to tax?
Well, I believe that the sales tax of crypto is going to change. I don't think they're going to be taxing me on my coffee transactions. I had a guest on yesterday. We were talking on the podcast about how they're starting to look at $200 transactions or less as non-taxable events when purchasing, because so many people are buying and selling at that amount that it is too impossible to enforce. As that amount increases, the impossibility to enforce increases. The same reason we don't have alcohol prohibition anymore. It was definitely not the government being cool. They just couldn't enforce their rule anymore. Same thing with cannabis prohibition, and we are right now in the state of crypto prohibition. We're moonshining Bitcoin right now. That's why it's so profitable. Wait for that to be more statewide accepted and more linearly adopted. I think that the potential is just there. It's just that regulations and everything are scaring people away from it. But the people that have no choice, they're taking that risks. They're like, all right, fuck the IRS, fuck the SEC. If I don't try this, I don't have a way to feed my kids tomorrow because the legacy industry have no alternatives, no options for me. So like this is a do or die moment for a lot of people, and the financial industry has pushed so many of us into a corner. We're starting to bite back, regardless of the fear of getting hit with the stick. We're biting back.
Yeah, I think the rules and regulations are bullshit. I mean, they don't. It's like they're throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, if the regulations are going to, we're going to look at regulations and reform them into protocols. That's all. Regulations will be protocols. You'll be able to opt in or out of these protocols, but you'll never be forced to use the protocols. They'll be optional. Regulations are not the same, or not the case, but they will be.
Right. Yeah,
Because that's where they'll be able to enforce regulations at a protocol layer. You can't regulate me. You could try to regulate me, but it won't work. But you can regulate Coinbase. You can regulate Binance.
Right. I can control your. Well, technically, I can control your trades, but that would just protocol.
DeFi, exactly. Protocol. They're going to realize this too. That protocols are the only way that they're going to be able to enforce the new era regulations. And luckily enough, all the anarchists and Bitcoiners and crypto knots and these developers, that's not what they're in it for. So they're not going to build for them. There's not enough money that you could hire one of these OG devs to build you your centralized scam case. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. That's one thing that I appreciate about the crypto community. They are sticking to their guns. The ones that are still in the space, they either have a project that's valid, or they know that this is going to pick up. I mean, people ask me every day, is this just a fad? They asked me this morning, actually. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I don't know what blockchain is, but I know Bitcoin. Oh, okay. Is it a fad? Somebody told me about some crypto backed by dollars. Should I invest in it? I mean, crypto backed by gold. No.
You know, it depends how long you live, what is or isn't a fad, because fax machines were a fad. But every Fortune 500 company in New York City has a fax machine in their office right now today.
Fair.
It depends how long you live. You know, VCRs were a fad, but if you only lived in that period, that's all that you had. So, yeah, you're right. Maybe Bitcoin is a fad if you live 100 years and see what comes of it.
Yeah, so to your point, that means that the dollar was a fad, right?
It is, exactly. The dollar is a fad, not was, is. It is so retro to use a dollar now. It's almost hipster.
Yeah. I think a dollar has, I mean, it has value because I can trade for things with it. So from a barter perspective, yes, it has that value, but it has no intrinsic value to me anymore. It has no backing. It's not backed by gold anymore.
They're trying to back dollar by Bitcoin by pairing Bitcoin to dollars. That's how I'm looking at this, and it's not a fair pairing. A lot of these exchanges need to decouple BTC and USD altogether, and if they want, yes, use stable coins, but get rid of the fiat off and on ramp. Stop allowing the Federal Reserve to appropriate our currency by pairing itself to us. Like, oh, Bitcoin's worth less dollars or what? No, your dollars are worth less Bitcoin. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's funny, like having this conversation with you. I'm going different ways and I'm thinking of things, and when the internet first came out, we had one idea and then another idea and then another idea. But with Bitcoin or blockchain, everybody's got thousands of ideas and everybody's kind of spread kind of thin. It's like a big web. Excuse my lack of another word to explain that. But it's just, I feel like a lot of people are spread too thin. And the people that are left in the game are trying to do a lot. And it's not bad. It's great to have it, but it's impacting the ability to provide one really good, solid use case that has no interruptions, that has no issues.
Yeah, we have no developers right now, to be honest. We have some, but we don't have any when you look at other industries when it comes to the developer pool. There's no like Harvard class for blockchain development yet. Once you start to see Harvard grads of blockchain development, that's that mainstream pinnacle point where we'll actually have because we have the tools, we just don't have the contractors to use those tools, right? Like, all this exists, but we're just sitting at it, staring at a hammer going, I know this can build a house. I just don't know how to fucking build a house with it. Like, I got to learn how to use this tool. And now this is starting to happen where we're starting to see even legacy industries have like grants for developing courses, right? Where they want you to go to a course for a developer project and they want to hire you after you graduate because Google doesn't have any blockchain devs. So they're paying for you to learn it so they can hire you when you're done. This is all just starting.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary too, though, right? Because if blockchain doesn't hit, you just got this education, you may not be able to do anything with it.
That's true, but that could be said for everything in college today. I mean, you're getting out of school 5 years too late for any job you apply for. You know, it's an irrelevant educational process.
Yeah, I think the educational process right now is broken. I think to your point, is bullshit. I start over a 4-year period. What I started in my freshman year is no longer valid when I graduate. That's horrible. I mean, technology is just coming out too fast. I think the future of education is going to be online courses.
Udemy is going to be the Harvard of online courses. Wait for it.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is awesome. I use them all this time. Thank you for saying it because I was going to butcher the name and say Udemy. I really don't know which one's the right one.
It could be Udemy, whatever. But I use that shit a lot. I learned how to make my own Android app, my own iOS app. I learned how to do a bunch of random things with like web development for it. And it's all like very minor stuff that costs like $20 a lesson. It's not like I have to, take a Uber to school, get to school. Like, it's $20 and I can learn how to build an app.
Yeah, I think MIT right now is offering a blockchain certification, not dev. It's just like the understanding of blockchain, and it's a little bit under $4,000.
I think it's like a buzzword survey that they're kind of putting together with $4,000. Like, blockchain and open ledger and the word protocol, and that's all it really is. It's like the buzzword survey. I think Blockchain Education Network has something similar that you could do. It's a lot less, and there's other places you can go to get like certified. But like, I feel like a lot of that's unnecessary, unfortunately, because knowing things and understanding them are two different things. Like you can know what blockchain is, but understanding what blockchain is way different, vastly different. Having a certification that says you understand something just because you know about it, it's going to be disservicing to you.
Yeah, and to the people you interact with. And on top of that, yeah, I can get a certification now, but in 3 years, to me, that certification...
It's so irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. Like,
if you had a blockchain certification 5 years ago and you haven't had it recertified, like, what do you know? Do you know anything anymore?
I know what Bitcoin is. Yeah.
Have you heard of smart contracts? Have you heard of Mimblewimble? Do you know what rootstock is? Wow, you should get another certification.
Yeah. And now it's $20,000. Actually, no. In the future, it'll be now it's 5 Bitcoin.
That is true, bro. That is true. People say, like, what's mass adoption look like to you? And to me, I see mass adoption, a couple sats per gallon at the gas station. That's mass adoption. When you see the gas station valuate their services in sats or BTC or any crypto, I don't care if it's their own token, that's mass adoption of the technology or the currencies as a whole. Yeah, I don't think we're far-fetched from it, because when you go online, I can go on to multiple platforms that I can see what things cost in Satoshis because of plugins on my browser. So if I shop on Amazon, it's showing me how much things cost in Satoshis, not US dollar, because of a plugin. And as we engage with these digital commerce more that way, I feel like they'll see the reflection of that in physical locations. Like we mentioned Walmart earlier. Well, Walmart now, they don't have sticker price tags. They don't replace stickers anymore. They have these little digital things that look like thermostats, right? Like it's a digital little box that looks like a calculator screen, and it displays the price, and it's a live price. So if the price of the cereal goes up a penny, they don't have to go out and reprint a sticker. That little ticker goes up a penny. So now they can do this with, I could click that button and hit, see, it goes from USD right to sats. So I can see how much the cereal costs in Satoshis, hit the button, see how much it costs in US dollars right there on the shelf. It's possible.
That's actually really cool. But yeah, I definitely agree with you on the mass adoption. Like if I can go to the gas station and pay in sats, it's game over. That's mass adoption.
That's how US dollar got mass adopted. You go to Mexico, you can see the gas price in USD. It's weird.
Yeah. I think, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think what's going to happen is we're going to be using blockchain. We're not going to know we're using it.
Same way with the internet. I have no clue how HTTPS shit works, bro, but I can go to twitter.com right now, and I don't even have to type in www. Anymore.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to get to, and we'll be able to accommodate all the gains of blockchain
There's
you know,
one game I will shout out, and no, they don't sponsor me. I just literally came across it out of freaking nowhere. And they use blockchain somehow, and I'm not even sure how because it's so well hidden. It's called Night Story. It's Knight Story. And it's pretty cool. You have no clue at all whatsoever. You're using crypto, blockchain, or anything at all. You're just playing what looks like some Clash of Clans or whatever type of video game. And that's how I feel like when I first started playing, I was like, this is how crypto needs to be. No clue at all I'm using it. It just looks like I'm playing a tower defense game.
right. And are they using like the
I
blockchain
think
to
it's
be?
EOS and stuff, man. And they have like their own in-game assets that are tokenized that you can like combine. So you get like 3 pieces of wood that you can combine to like a stone or something, but like the chances of you getting the stone are like 80%, so you could actually waste your resources trying to like forge a new resource and scarce ability through the currencies and stuff. It's like really low-key lit, and I have no clue if it's a scam or not. No clue. None. It could be a total scam. The
What's it
game's
called?
the game's addictive. It's called Night Story, Knight, like a knight in shining armor, and a story like storybook.
Cool. Role playing.
Yeah, I have no clue how it uses the crypto at all. I literally did not read the instructions on purpose. I just skip, and I wanted to see how user friendly and intuitive it was. You know, like from a no coiner perspective. And this is a game you could give to a 5-year-old, and potentially they'll have an asset portfolio of random in-game things that are on a blockchain. It's really
My
weird,
5-year-old
bro. But like
my
that's what you're
5-year-old
mentioning when you're saying like you have no clue you're using it. Like that's what I want to see. So if you need an example, Night Story. That's how these projects need to be. Zero use, zero idea. Like Splinter Lanes. This big ass banner back here, bro. This game is all on Steam and Tron blockchain. 100%. Every single thing you do, from every in-game asset to every action that occurs to every outcome, it's all recorded on the blockchain in a transactional form. So you can see that you actually did attack that card with your card. It's all every instant, and you have no clue that it's on the blockchain. It just looks like Magic the Gathering.
Is that McAfee?
That is a McAfee mask, yeah.
Oh wow! So before I joined Block Tech, he actually went to one of the Block Tech events, and in McAfee fashion, he showed up in a mask. And yeah, it was a fun, interesting story. He came up to my partner. He's like, took off his mask. He's like, "You know who I am?" And he's like, "No." Well, I'm John McAfee. Oh, you're the antivirus guy. And I'm like, well, I'm also in the blockchain. And kind of, and then he took off his mask. He gave a speech at the event, and then that was the end of it. It was probably one of the largest events my partner had hosted. And what
That
kind
is
of
awesome. I've got to hang out with John McAfee at probably like 4 different conferences around the world, and I'm sad that he isn't coming to any more in the U.S., but he is by far the best person to rub elbows with at a conference if you want to pull some knowledge and have a damn good time doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. There's a couple conferences I want to go to outside of the U.S. End of this year, I heard the Big Conf is big.
Token Fest, Token 2049 or whatever in Hong Kong.
That's coming up, right?
Yes, bro. If I can get I got a sponsor last year that helped. It's really hard for me to find like Asian sponsors or sponsors that want to help me get to like an Asian event. It's a lot easier in the US for me, obviously, but if I can find a sponsor, Token 2049 is probably like the best, bro. It's so much in one. I got to hang out with Justin Sun for like an hour just shooting his shit. Like it was, it's so intimate for the kind of venue that it is. It's Token 2049 like blew me away. So like that's the one if you're going out of country, and then Futurist in Canada. So Hong Kong, Token 2049, and Canada has Futurist. Those are the 2 outside of the US that are like blow consensus out of the water.
Yeah, I gotta see. I know my partner right now. We agreed to go to more events outside of the States. I know he's going to one in Asia either this month or next month, but I'm not sure if it's Token Fest. I got to make sure. That's going to be definitely a big deal breaker. Big event. I mean, I going to these events have been great. Definitely interact with a lot of
people. Are you going to tokenize the tickets for your mining disrupt? I'm just curious because like when I went to blockchain week, I just felt like they didn't use blockchain the whole week. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it felt like weird to me, and I'm just like, you know how easy it is to tokenize a ticketing system and to do these things like block party or whatever. There's different alternatives for tokenizing tickets, and I'm just like, I went to blockchain week the whole week with someone's badge named Jenna. I have no clue who Jenna is, but I was Jenna all week because I did not buy a ticket, and it was easy to not buy a ticket because they're not tokenized. And
Right.
obviously, I'm invited to mine and disrupt. I'm sneaking in anyway. But like tokenizing the tickets, I think brings more to of a physical use case, like how John Oliver made fun of consensus because there was no crypto at all. You couldn't even use crypto at the door to buy a ticket, fiat only type. So like tokenizing the tickets, I think is an interesting user base because now if I buy a ticket and I can't make it, I could transfer that ticket to somebody in Miami that can make it.
Yeah. I mean, so we usually use Eventbrite, full disclosure, just because it's so easy. We have a platform that's reached out to us to tokenize the tickets, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So we don't have, from what we've seen from last year's events, we don't have a lot of people that are like, I only want that. I would be open to doing it, and we can create them definitely, but it's not a huge win because on my side, what I can do with Eventbrite right now that I might be not be able to do on the tokenized side is I can take the data and hey, this person went to one event, they
Oh,
came to my
good
event
point.
last year. I can reach
And
out
this
and
is the
market.
infrastructure we're talking about, right? Like, obviously the pieces are there, but the whole pie hasn't been baked yet. And I see your reason, right? Like, and this is why I brought it up because there was a reason why Mo didn't do this. There's a reason why a lot of people aren't. It's because the infrastructure just isn't there yet for, especially for the analytics. That is probably one of the most key ingredients to hosting a conference. Like having that data is more valuable than the ticket sales themselves.
Yeah. The data is huge. Who came, where they're from, what's their age? Because next year that's who we're going to target again, right?
Exactly. And you have this you can show that to the sponsors in a pitch deck or exhibitors or speakers. Like how do you get Charles Hoskins to come and speak at your event? Well, look, we had 10,000 people last year.
Right.
It's going to
Right.
be
Well,
worth your time to travel out.
he was supposed to come down, but apparently nobody can rent a racetrack for him to come down. I mean, that's what I heard. But I
Uh,
mean,
that's
we
a
use
bummer. I was hoping to hang out with him in Miami too. I was a little sad he didn't show up.
we use the demographic information actually from Mining Disrupt as we built out the platform for BlockSec, which is going to be our conference in Atlanta. And the analytics actually helped us close a deal with, I'll say it on the podcast, AWS.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's a big get. So to have AWS as a exhibitor at a security conference that is security and AI, and we have to have blockchain there. I want to have uh, Sergey and Fractal Encrypted Art, all of them come and bring that side of tokenized art, the security in that space. Everything needs to be exposed. I think blockchain is going to be a disruptor in the security space, and we need to present that as much as possible. Having the analytics to be able to get a fish like AWS or the other ones that we're going after, potentially Starbucks or Google.
See, Starbucks is definitely interested in crypto. I remember when everybody was like, Starbucks now accepting crypto because I think it was Spendin or Flexa. But I've been buying my Starbucks gift cards with Bitcoin since like 2016 because of
Mhm.
ipayu.io. So if you have Bitcoin and you want Starbucks coffee, go to ipayu.io and you can actually get a decent discount. So you can actually get more coffee for your sats than you would with your bucks.
Oh wow, that's a big one.
Right. So like Starbucks is definitely they see it because they know their gift cards are being bought for crypto through these other platforms. They've partnered with other platforms like Flexa HQ or Spendin for like paying for things with crypto through like what looks like almost opening up the Starbucks app and using the gift card QR code. The cashier has no difference. It looks like a Starbucks QR code from their gift card service, but it's actually Satoshis you're spending when you scan it. It's really cool. So yeah, I would love to see Starbucks there. I got a cool opportunity to speak to companies at a loyalty and rewards program conference. So it had nothing to do with crypto. It was a loyalty and rewards program conference. And I got to talk to them about all their middlemen and all their centralized issues and all their censorship and all this stuff the solutions that crypto can provide to the loyalty and points program. Oh, it's going to be
Yeah, huge,
huge.
huge. It's big because you can track exactly what's being spent, and reward at the point that you want. And then the other thing is, which is to me, it's huge. I, as a user, as I get my rewards, I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. I can send it to someone else. I can use it somewhere
About
else.
time, man.
I don't have to. I'm not sure if you've heard of Sports Authority, but Sports Authority recently went
I
under.
have a gift card. I have a $25 gift card for Sports Authority, dude.
They closed. They said we're no at this day we will no longer accept gift cards. They had a little bit over, I think it was 5 to 10 mil in outstanding gift cards that nobody came and claimed. And to them, it was like, hey, we're done. We're not going to pay it out because nobody wanted to use it.
That was an exit scam.
Yeah. That was definitely an exit scam. But you know what? I mean, with this blockchain technology for rewards, like we can do whatever we want with it. If I go and I use my credit card and I get a point for it, I don't have, well, if I go and I go to Starbucks and I get a coffee and I get points from Starbucks, I can technically use it at any of their affiliates.
Yep.
Or I'm not, somebody else is going and I don't want, I may not come back. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Maybe you're only where Starbucks isn't there, and now you only have Dunkin' Donuts as an option.
Yeah, I'll send him. Hey, Ken, you got a Starbucks? Yeah, all right, cool. Send it over there. I'll send you my points.
And I look at the future of like leasing loyalty and rewards points because I might have I don't have a membership to BJ's or Sam's Club or any of those types of things, but maybe I could give you $10 to borrow your membership that you pay $100 a year for, so I can go run to the BJ's Club. Or maybe I'm about to go shop at Walmart and I don't have a membership card. You have a really good point system. So if I use your point system, we can split the reward. There's so much game theory that can be added to loyalty and rewards points through gamification of customer services.
Man, that's actually interesting you say that. So, I mean, I would even take it to another level. So right now I go to BJ's. BJ's gives me a discount. If I have a coupon book, they take off a certain amount of money on my coupon, but they can't really deduct that from my monthly payment to add as a membership. But through blockchain, I can. So instead of me having to pay $50 a month to go to BJ's, I go to BJ's, I get discounts based on how much I use them. And if I'm getting $50 in discounts per month, I don't need to pay my membership.
Right, exactly. So you pay $50 membership once, you spend $100 to $200 in store, you earn the $50 back, and it's a reoccurring membership over. You know what's funny? I play Apex Legends, and I've been trying to convince these little kids how to like use their money in the game better. It's so dumb, but I'm like, there's better ways to use your money in this game. So with Apex Legends, you can buy a battle pass or a season pass. It's like $10. But when you complete that season pass, it costs another $10 to get another one. During the season pass that you spent the $10 on, you earn $10 worth of in-game credits. But people end up spending them on skins or dance moves. But if they were to save those rewards they get, every month they could just get another battle pass for free. So you buy one and you earn the next one every season. So you only ever have to spend $10 once ever.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And we can do that through blockchain easy because you can track what you're spending, what the cost.
Yeah, but the problem is these games are too big for their profits and business models to make any money off of this, right? Like that's why I like the concept of the paradigm shift. People don't think like it's pinned to one industry or one paradigm, but this whole thing that we're working on right now, it's the legacy systems are too big to implement and adopt at the rate of the little guys. Much like Netflix versus Blockbuster, Uber versus Yellow Cab. The banks versus crypto isn't even a race anymore. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I think the banks are in trouble, man.
Oh, they know it. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon knows it. JP Morgan got Circle got Poloniex. They knew what they were up to with their Jamie Dimon coin. I mean, JP Morgan coin.
Yeah, I think what was it? Bank of America, that might be the only one that will survive just because they have so many patents.
Yeah, they got a lot of crypto patents. So does Visa and MasterCard. That's another thing I think is interesting. They're not using them, but they are buying a lot of these patents, and they'll probably end up licensing them out to people like BitPay or BTC Server or whatever. Like those point of sale systems of the new era. They're just going to pay Visa or MasterCard a very small thing because they're using, licensed technology. Yeah. Especially for refunds. I heard that's the trickiest patent right now is refunding for like merchants and stuff like that.
Huh, I haven't heard that. That's interesting. I'll look into that. So
yeah, the refund process for crypto transactions at a merchant level. I've heard there's interesting patents for that.
Yeah, so once a trade occurs, that's it. It's locked in. You can't really return it unless the person who received the currency wants
Right.
to
So if I
return
go to Walmart and want to return a TV for like say 1 Bitcoin I bought the TV for, and I return that TV 30 days later within the return policy, do I get 1 BTC or do I get dollar equivalent or so like a lot of that is up in the air. And this is why Walmart's not accepting Bitcoin right now.
I kind of would want my Bitcoin back. Even if
Fuck
my
yeah, I don't care what value it is. I want Sats back.
yeah, I'm taking my Bitcoin. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. Right now, if everybody, well, it hurts me to spend my crypto. I don't want to use my Sats right now because I'm hodling as
That's
much as
all
I
I have, so I feel you. But if I only have Sats, if I hodled, I die of starvation.
yeah, I feel you on that. I definitely appreciate the fact that you are pushing this so hard. Like the fact that you don't have dollars is huge. Still haven't met anybody like that yet, so that's a big come up. But I'm trying to hold my sats as much as possible. I'm all about accumulation, so every month, what regardless of the price, I'm buying a couple, a little bit more. Nothing big, but couple there. I think last year I accumulated a couple BTCs. This year I want to do the same and just try and hold as much as I can and see where it goes.
Same, dude. This is the like we had last year was we all the whole space was saying this was the year for accumulation. I feel like that's maybe carrying over to 2020 as another year of accumulation. Like I mentioned, I haven't really traded in a year, and a lot of people I talk to that I've known for 5 years in this space basically kind of taken a seat back to trading and are now accumulating. They got rid of the day trader split personality and they're now focusing on the investor part of that personality because when you get into crypto you always get into it with these two conflicting schizophrenic portfolio personalities. One of you wants to be a day trader, and at the same time, you want to be an investor. And when something goes down 20%, the trader in you is like, oh, I lost money, but the investor in you is like, buying opportunity. So it's
Yeah.
really hard to have to feed both of those personalities. And I think that the day trader is finally getting starved to death. The investor is getting fed. We're going to see fat investors, maybe potentially turn to traders, but I think that this is the time to accumulate, to invest, and the time to trade will announce itself.
Yeah, what I did, I know you had asked me earlier, I didn't really deep dive on this, but end of last year, I'd say June to November, what I did was I took half of my crypto portfolio, actually half of my BTC, not the whole portfolio, and I moved it over to Coinbase Pro. And I was like, look, if it goes up 5%, I'm selling. If it goes down 5%, I'm buying. And I did that for a while and I was earning almost 10% every week or two, but I was
Respect.
accumulating sats, right? I wasn't really worried about how much money I had. I was more on the accumulation of sats as much as possible. But what crushed me was it went up 5% and then it didn't come back down.
Hmm.
And that was the whole like 3 or 4K to like six jump that kind of went from like 1 week to the next. So it hurt me in that aspect that you can't take the long ride up or the short ride up. I had to take the long ride up and that kind of hurt. So since then, I've just I bought back in at a price that I thought was good for that half of my portion. I came out well. I ended with more sats than what I started, which is what I wanted. But at this point, I feel like we're at like a tipping point where we can either go straight down or we can go straight up. And there's just so many different moving parts
Yep.
from a political perspective to scamming perspective to outside players to
The technology itself, people think is impervious to flaws and is forever green. But this is why Bitcoin forks. This is why Bitcoin updates. This is why BIPs and protocols are implemented to keep it moving and growing. Is today it is not perfect, and tomorrow it won't be either, and it will never be because it will always keep moving and evolving and growing.
yeah, I think the biggest determination or the biggest I guess milestone for us this year is going to be the halving and the halving of Bitcoin. Like, what's going to happen? Are people going to turn
Dude,
off
the
their mind?
institutional perspective of having is still stock split. I mean, like, that is the most common misconception of the halving when it comes to legacy investors ever. Anybody I talk to in a fucking suit thinks that the split means the halving means split, and this is, and forking is a dividend, right? So they keep thinking Bitcoin is just money that can keep printing like fiat forever, and with these dividends and these and the common misconceptions are really holding back the institutional funding, because they have no clue what they're getting into and what they're talking about. They know about it, but they don't understand it.
Yeah, and that's what scares me. So the people who don't know. The people that want to know are confused and don't know. And us, the people that are ingrained in this, we don't know what's going to happen at the halving.
Right on.
So who knows? Who knows? Like it can go up, it can go down. Everybody could turn off their miners.
They could switch over to BCH just as a flip of a switch.
You can switch over to BCH. GPU miners can essentially mine whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
So it's going to be fun. I think. I mean, I was talking about it at the conference. Not sure if you were part of the conversation, but do we want to sell at the next peak until the split and then buy on the dip, or this is not financial advice?
Right.
But man, it's just, what do we want to do? Like the halving.
I mean, you could do what the legacy traders, investors do, and you could have your cake and eat it too. Hodl your Bitcoin, and if you want to have a short position, just bet on the futures. Say, it's going to go down, and if it does, maybe hedge it. So if you lose 10%, you make it back on the futures, right? So you don't have to sell at the top to make a profit at the dip. A lot of people found ways to make money while Bitcoin goes down without actually having to use Bitcoin.
Right. So I've traded futures, but I feel like so hesitant to trade Bitcoin futures. Like,
it's so scammy, isn't it? It feels weird.
It's not. Yeah, like no, I can't. Like I want to. Like Digitex does it, and there's a couple out there, but I don't know. I feel so scammy. Like just participating in that.
That's how I feel about getting a medical card for cannabis. I can get it. I can afford it. But do I want to support that elitist scam environment? Like, yeah, it's going to benefit me if I do. Yes, I can profit from this in life because I have purchased this privileged ticket. But do I want to incentivize elitism? Do I want to be a part of the scam and, make money or whatever off of this? And yeah, the answer is no. I'm not going to invest in the futures and make money that way because it's not within my fundamental perspectives of like my belief system. Very much like I will never buy a cannabis card, even though I know that it would definitely increase the quality of my life because I'm a cannabis patient. I'm a patient of cannabis, but I don't have the permission to call myself one because I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. You shouldn't be subjected to pay for a service.
Well, that's all tickets are, right? Like when I see a speeding ticket, it's a post permission slip. Like if you could walk into a police station and say, "Here's $200. I'm gonna go do 200 in my Lambo on the highway. Just don't pull me over. Tell the guys I already paid for it. Thank you." Now you've purchased a ticket to a quality of life that most people cannot access because you can afford it.
I don't know if I'd go to the police station first, and I do that sometimes. Not that I'm rich or anything, but sometimes I'll go to a place and I'll be like, it's so difficult to find parking. I'll eat the $10 ticket I'm gonna get,
Facts.
knowing that valet is $20.
Right, and that's just privileged lifestyle. You have the privilege to do it because you can afford to do that, and that's why I don't like ticketing. So like I have outstanding tickets, I have warrants. I'm like I don't acknowledge the system. It does. I mean, they acknowledge me. I do not acknowledge them. I know, right? Real silence. Like, oh, Ken doesn't pay taxes. Like, no, I don't. Write me when they get me, bro. Just make sure you have my cell number, my block number, and write me some Sudoku puzzles.
I got you.
Jerome, send me some of those Bitcoin crosswords.
I got you. And milk, right?
Yeah,
Chocolate
milk. Chocolate milk, bro. Chocolate milk, man. Milk is a scam. Chocolate milk's where it's at, bro.
You got to get a chocolate milk emoji.
That's I was literally, I submitted that the other day. I emailed the emoji email people, and I was like, why is there no chocolate? Like, if I long press on milk, why isn't there any strawberry or chocolate milk? But if I long press on prayer hands, there's different prayer hands. So I'm saying.
There's different shades of faces, but there's not different shades of milk.
Right. I'm starting to think that the people that make emojis may be part of that Nazi milk chugger cult.
It might be. It might be, man.
Chocolate milk 2020 emoji. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I
So
got one thumbs down on YouTube. Fuck that dude. Yo, guys, smash that thumbs up button and fuck that one dude who hit the thumbs down. I hope he stubs his toe. All right, Nando, I did not realize we were talking for 2 hours. I apologize greatly because I minimized everything on my screen because of the lag, and it did fix the lag, but I did not realize we were talking for 2 whole hours. I hope I didn't take up too much of your day.
you're never taking up my day. It's quality. I've actually enjoyed the conversation, and I've actually picked up some things. I hope you did too.
Oh, of course.
I yeah, man. We could do it again. I'm game. So yeah,
Mining Disrupt 724, right?
22 to 23, I believe. Let's see one more time. I'm sorry, I have short-term memory.
Same, dude, and I have a medical condition as to why.
I have a medical condition as to why. So, and I just passed it right now. Where'd you go? Here we go. So it's the 22nd to the 23rd. I suggest everybody getting there the 21st. It's a Thursday. Tickets will include the after events. VIP tickets will include extra things at the after event. So
Oh, okay. So you're still in the same event, just a little added bonus at the same event.
right. So
I like that. I hate when there's VIP separate events, bro. Because like I'm me, you know, like what's up. But like I always manage to get into the VIP bullshit, even though I don't even have a ticket. But my
Yeah.
squad, my gang, my cult cannot get in with me. It's fucked up. So I don't
Yeah.
even go.
No, fuck that. So the way we do it is
Respect.
we'll do the first event. We'll have fun at wherever it is that we do it.
How far is this from the Blockchain Center Miami? Just as far as like venue goes from distance.
So it's close to the airport.
Okay,
It's
cool,
right
cool.
at the airport, so maybe 15 minutes.
So yeah, if you're looking for like an Airbnb or anything, maybe try to find one around the Blockchain Center Miami because that's a really cool tourist destination. You have like an extra incentive to show up in Miami, a little extra bonus to being in Miami for the Mining Disrupt, which totally free. Just stop by, say hi, meet some people. If you're local, get a membership and become part of the the squad. And yeah, dude, that'd be cool as hell to see like Mining Disrupt overflow into the Blockchain Center and Blockchain Center overflow into Mining Disrupt.
I want them to overflow.
Is Nick Spano speaking at Mining Disrupt?
So we haven't actually reached out to him, to be honest.
Oof,
I mean,
I will ask because that would be cool to see him. Because that's a little outside of his echo chamber of conference potential. Like every time you see Nick speak, it's not so much at a tech or like something to that event. It's always like crypto centric.
yeah, I mean, so we do a combination of speaking and panels. So I'm open to it. I last year we did reach out, and Erica did end up coming and speaking. So we definitely have to start those communications.
I think that's the first time I saw Erica on stage was at your Mining Disrupt actually.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was going to tell you earlier. So what we do is we do the event at the conference. After the conference, we actually go somewhere else to have the party. It's actually the first party is going to be near Bitcoin Center. Second party, we haven't determined which location is going to be. But what we do to differentiate between VIP and non-VIP, VIP might get free drinks all night.
Right.
Non-VIP may have to pay for their drinks, and that's essentially the difference. Like we want the community to be together. The concept behind our event is
So there's no velvet rope separating the two.
no.
See, that's what I like right there, guys. No velvet rope separating the VIP from the general admission, and like you said, if VIP is like free drinks and stuff, and you don't drink, it's not like you're twisting somebody's arm into it, right? Like a lot of the reasons people buy a VIP ticket is because of the velvet rope situation, where it's like, if you have a VIP ticket, there's an after party that Brock Pierce is at, and he's only going to be in the VIP section. Guy, I can promise you, Brock is not going to stay in the VIP section. Okay, like, yeah, it's just clickbaity, but like what you're giving is more of a real service for the VIPs. So respect.
Yeah. So think of during the conference, VIP gets free food, non-VIP pays for their food. I mean, it is what it is, and what we want to do is we don't want to create any type of separation. We want nothing but inclusion. I want people to connect with people they wouldn't normally connect with. And I want them to make that bond, that relationship. Sorry for the background noise.
No,
And
that's
just-
so cute though. I feel so bad holding you back from just holding her.
It's all good. And I love her very much. Shout out to Mila. Um,
Mila.
but yeah, I mean, we need to have people connecting, because the more people that connect in this space, the more we can evolve
And
and
that's
get
why
to.
I respect your meetups. Like seriously, like bro, it means a lot. It means your meetups monthly mean more to me than your like it just does, because the meetups are it's more powerful than people I think understand. You know, like conferences are one thing, but these meetups, they lead to the conferences. People don't
Right,
just go to a conference before they go to a meetup, right? Like if there's no meetup, they don't go to a conference, unfortunately, because they don't think it's worth the ticket price, because they wouldn't understand what they're even hearing from the people on stage. There's no takeaway. The meetup is that free education that leads to the all right, now it makes sense to pay for this level of education. And like respect, dude, keep the meetups going, because like I try to do one in Philly once a month too, and like I have so many people come up to me months later, like thanking me, not that because they made money, but because things clicked. You know, like they couldn't get this level of connection without somebody going through the efforts of organizing the meetup, finding the venue, and doing it all for free.
right. Yeah. And dude, the connections are the world. Like the people you can meet, like, oh, I need somebody, I'm looking to do this. I don't know who can do it. I just found somebody who can do it. Awesome. And now we can provide a product to everyone that they would never have had if we didn't make that connection. Like that's huge. We've helped create teams. I know when we first started, before we incorporated our company, we were hosting like regular meetups without a legit company. Um, One of the things that we prided ourselves on is that we were able to connect over a 6 month period. We were able to connect developers together to create a product and get them funding. And we were able to do it for two or three companies. And I'm like,
Wow.
we didn't have any skin in the game. We didn't invest in those companies at the time. We weren't ready, but we hosted meetups. They met each other. They thought of a product. We hosted other meetups. They came. They showed their product. People liked it. We hosted other meetups. Investors came. Investors liked it. Boom. It just happened. And some of those projects some are still there. Some are dead under the
You
water.
know what
But
you're making me think of? I had an idea for like a speed dating meetup where it's the same exact situation as speed dating, and it's more of like that meetup vibe where you have the developers sit and the businesses go booth to booth to booth to booth to booth to booth to meet each developer like they're trying to find the love of their life.
oh, that's cool.
Right, right.
And how's that going?
I don't have enough of the business. Philly's full of devs, bro. Like we got devs in Philly. I can name three projects though, maybe like, and they're not all like hungry for hiring. But I have like with Temple and Penn and these colleges, these kids out here in Philly and Pennsylvania. There's enough of them. I have so many people show up to my meetup that want to build something. They're looking for work. It's just hard to find people, I think, within my little city here looking to hire those people. That's why I'm so in love with VR and AR and things that we could do these, meetups in AR or VR and have a way for people to actually engage with meetup people all around the world and do these things. So it's been difficult, but it has been something I've talked to with the meetup team that we do stuff. And
That's
because
cool.
we have so many people like one-sided, right? We have a lot of guys looking for girls, but we don't have any girls looking for guys. We have so many devs, but we don't have any businesses. We got to figure out how to get that one missing ingredient. And I think that it actually might be VR. I think that's you're gonna see a lot of like businesses actually doing interviews and board meetings and things more in VR. Because right now, I mean, yeah, the CEO will fly from New Jersey to New York for 1 hour meeting and fly back home to his kids. That's unnecessary. They could do that in VR, and they're starting to. Hospitals are doing surgeries in VR, waking up like the world's best heart surgeon in India, so she can do a surgery in VR on a patient in a hospital in New Jersey.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I haven't heard about that, but I
Oh, it's
mean,
happening. Like this is real. Like this isn't vaporware. Those surgeries happen right now. Actually, I think the number is when it comes to those like detrimental, like I don't know the word, like very risky surgeries. I think the percentage just went over 51% from machine to hand. So less hand scalpel and more controller, like a PS4 surgery.
So our doctors can start drinking again, right?
Yo, that's the thing though. Ready? And I'll wait for the AI. Set it and forget it. Where now you're writing a script or a protocol, and that protocol is the surgeon. So every time that surgeon is implemented, a transaction fee in the blockchain is sent to the developer who protocoled that surgeon.
That's crazy. So I go up to a machine and I tell them, these are my symptoms. Okay, you have a 99% chance of this is what you have. We're going to run this test to make sure that's what you have. They run the test. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay.
Walk into an emergency room and you got a cut. You just put your arm in the sleeve and you get stitches. That's what I'm talking about.
That's nuts. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You're just going to have somebody managing
With
everything.
3D printing medicine, you're going to have a 3D printer in every pharmacy and not a pharmacist. You'll walk up to the 3D printer, you'll put in your prescription like a private key on a paper wallet, and it will 3D print your medicine for the month.
That's nuts. Well, yeah, I mean, we need that to happen. We need that to happen. Get rid of
It's happening. Charles Haas, you can look this up. There is a video out there on the internet from a conference I attended where Charles Hoskins and Larry King, yes, the Larry King, are both on stage talking about 3D printing cocaine on the blockchain. This isn't just me having weird thoughts, bro. This is real shit. Like, real shit that's happening.
So you may not need your marijuana card. You can just 3D print it.
Soon, very soon. With the way that they're extracting terpenes and THC and CBD, I could go up to a THC or a cannabis printer and get the exact amount of THC, the exact amount of CBD, so I don't get too freaked out because CBD is hallucinogenic. The CBD is kind of the counteractive to that psychedelic. And then you could throw in the terpenes for the right flavor that you want. And there's levels of THC and CBD that are matched with certain cures for certain symptoms. So if you can't sleep, you need this much THC, this much CBD, of this much salvia, or this much indica.
Which I think is bullshit.
Salvia, I said salvia, sativa. I smoked salvia before. That shit's different. Don't do that.
Really? Is that bad? I heard nothing but good things.
Don't do that. Yeah. That's like when somebody says, "Oh, this tattoo didn't hurt. You should get a tattoo too." They're just being cool. That's all. Somebody who says a tattoo didn't hurt, bro, they're the same person scamming you into an ICO.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. Not the scamming.
So let's wrap things up. All right, I do want to announce for everybody that's still watching, thank you. I fucking love all of you. And I see that there are maybe 20 people here still watching. If you go ahead and drop your, I'll say, Bitcoin Cash address, I'll send you all some Bitcoin Cash. So if you're watching the live stream right now, drop your Bitcoin Cash address in the chat. And I just want to give back for you guys for staying here for 2 hours. It's fucking insane that you did that. Thank you so much. And you're doing a giveaway on your channel, on your Twitter, so we'll let you do that. But where can people go to follow you and enter to win your, I think it's 0.5 ETH, right? You're giving away half an ETH?
Half an ETH, half ETH, Block Tech Network. It's on Block Tech Network. I'm actually trying to log into Pickall right now. So what I'll do is I'll log into Pickall, which is, thank you for giving me that information. And I'll let folks, should we do the giveaway now or should we wait for folks to sign up or do the tasks and then do it?
Well, it's 3 o'clock. I know you said it ends at 5, so I guess we could give them a chance. And yeah, if you need any help, like doing a thing to announce or whatever, we could go back on at 5, just do a quick 5-minute thing to announce who won, so I can show you how to Pickall works or whatever. But it's really cool stuff. If you want to do it right now, we can. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So here's where I'm at. I'm on Twitter. I have 2 accounts for Twitter, obviously, my business and my personal. And Pickall's giving me my personal. So let me see if I can change.
Yeah, I know you need to copy the link to the tweet, and that's pretty much all you really need to pick a winner.
All right, let me see.
And I like Pickall much rather than like just saying, "Hey, you won," because Pickall will pick a random person, and if you set a parameter like retweet and follow me or follow this, you can kind of add that in so you don't pick somebody who didn't actually follow the rules and stuff. So. And it's open source, so the link you get, people can actually check and make sure that it's a genuine random generation of a winner. So it's not like scammy. You can't just pick one of your own people on your team to win your own team's money.
That's cool. Yeah, I was kind of like trying to figure out how to do it before you even mentioned it. So I was thinking, oh shit, I put the wrong code. I was thinking of picking a number, and then counting either from the first tweet or the last tweet up and trying to decide, not decide, but like just pick that person, whoever it lands on. But I was like, man, this is just didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. It's like too much pressure, honestly. I'd rather just like scapegoat that pressure onto pick all. And if anybody didn't win, you can be mad at the random pick all because I got my little hexadie. I like randomness. I usually use this for picking passwords. A lot of people have a hard time picking passwords. I am one of them. Get yourself a 20-sided die, and use your 20-sided die and associate numbers to words in a book that you have, and you can make your own encrypted passwords. It's really cool.
So I've got the link to the tweet. No drawing has been done on this contest.
It
So
should
how do
say
I?
start contest or something to that effect.
Got you. So import a contest.
Yep, import, and then you'll have to. I think there's actually after import, it may look like it wants you to download, but you may not have to. You can actually, I think, go back one stage, and then from there you'll be able to pick.
All
It
right.
is a little bit UI unfriendly at the moment. They just rebranded from some other name. It took me forever to find their new name, but they rebranded from another lottery type Twitter account to this pick all account, and their user interface, their website, and everything is completely redone. It's still really good tech on the back end. A lot of people, again, it's like open source. You can see that they're randomly picking people. It's not just like cheesy lottery crap.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay, so done. Import contest.
Client said Salvia Derivinorum is great. I think I butchered that. But yeah, dude, I had I think it was like 120 extract, and I was on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, and everything went like sideways, but I was standing up straight, but the world was sideways, and I couldn't stop walking. I couldn't walk straight. I could only like sidewalk like a crab. It was crazy. Yeah, yeah. And like the bike cops were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like, "Allergies, man." Like for some reason that's the only thing I could keep saying was like, "Allergies, man. I got allergies." And I don't know. Not again, I'll tell you that much. Never more.
All right, so here's where I'm at. Pick all is tying to my personal, and that's not what I want, even though I logged in with my business account. So I'm going to try this one more time. It's redirecting me to Twitter and auto logging me with this account. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to log out of my account on Twitter. That way it cannot do that. Sorry everyone for the delay, but I hope you enjoy the half ETH once we announce the winner. Pardon my French, sorry for cursing. Come on. Can you even log out of Twitter?
I'm trying to see now.
And actually the Pick All app does not work on my computer.
No?
Like the website. Oh, look, Gabe's calling from Bitcoin Market. I will call him back. Settings. Here we go. Boom, boom. Okay, so I'm out. Now let's go back to Pick All. Log out again. Log out. Twitter. Motherfucker, it keeps logging in with the same thing. All right, I know what to do.
That is interesting. I'm trying to see if you can choose the profile in which but when you log in with Twitter, it doesn't let you just pick the one you want.
Yeah, I promise I'm not scamming everyone.
Interesting. Yeah, I logged in and when you log in with Twitter, there's no option. It just actually picks whatever, I guess.
All right, so I tried a different browser. Boom, got it. All right. I just got to log in now. Sign in. Boom, boom. In. Cool. I accept. Yeah, because
Yeah, if you send me the link, I actually think I can pick the winner here on my live stream, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that'd be perfect. Because I tried it on my on the one that I was logged into, and it said that I didn't have access to it. So
So it's
copy.
BLOK Tech Network for those listening.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna copy the link here.
You got the link?
I'm trying to.
So,
All right, there we go. Copy.
God damn it.
Copy. Pick all. All right, I'm gonna put pick all on the screen right over your facicle,
All right.
and I'm gonna paste your link to your tweet here. The author of the publication is not part of. Yeah, I can't pick a winner because it's not my contest.
Yeah,
Interesting. All right, that's a good thing though. That is a good
so
thing.
I'm close. I think I'm gonna get it now. I got my password to confirm this log, and then I will be announcing the winner right now. So I've got a 1-6. So it actually let me do it from the retweet, but it only picked the winners that retweeted the retweet.
Ooh, yeah.
So it only picked up 2 people, and I didn't think that was fair. Out of the, I don't know, 100 that signed up. So let me just boom, boom. Okay, import contest. I think we're almost there.
Nice.
Got the link. Put that there. Paste. Cool. Done.
He's Bobby Light 720. I was on Twitter watching, so I came here. I'm now subscribed, so will not be confused next time. Oh, cool.
All right, 106 entries. I'm holding, loading. Okay, we've got 106 entries.
Dude, if I win, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just saying I'm keeping it.
All right, so now
I entered that contest. That 0.5 ETH is mine, bro. Watch. I gotta manifest this into reality.
So wait, so I got everybody in here now.
And then yeah, there should be a button somewhere that says draw. Or it may actually have to go back a step. It's weird.
Okay. So
like there's a dashboard. Yeah, see what I mean? Like it's weird that there's an extra step and then it's yeah. They need to fix that UI.
And then I still got to put the URL again?
No, you should just be able to click on contest. It should say that you have it should say dashboard and then under you already did import contest, so I think instead of dashboard you actually click contests in the middle. Yeah, so instead of hitting dashboard, there's contest in the top and the middle between dashboard and team and overview. You should have your thing. Interesting.
So I named it Ken. I hope you don't win.
I hope you don't win.
Okay, it says drawing, waiting.
There we go. Yeah, it's probably all right, there you're gonna have to pick one person to win because it'll tell you how many people are entered or whatever, and that right there is the parameters that you get to set. So you could say if you said, hey, you have to follow Block Tech Network in order to win, you could add that into that winner's draw, so only followers of Block Tech Network will actually win.
That's actually cool. All right.
Yep. So people can't just do it and not actually follow you.
Okay, so I got that. Save. Okay. The contest has been successfully updated. Cool. Now, how the hell do I draw? Oh, drawing. Hey, retweet, entry, draw date. How the hell do I? Final draw. Hold to start. Not sure if y'all can see. I have a seed. I have a Fupu lover. Don't know what that is. Is that who won?
The final lover. I think so. Yeah.
All right. So this is the winner.
Fupu lover.
Fupu lover from Pakistan.
Yo, just won 0.5 ETH, bro. That's gangster.
So I'm gonna
message. That's cool that you can see where your winner is from too. That's actually cool metadata.
Yeah. Hey, sir, you have won the drawing for half ETH. Send me your fucking address.
Dude, congratulations to Fupu Lover. That is awesome. GG, bro.
Yes, yes, awesome. So I've messaged him. I'm gonna go ahead and announce the winner as soon as we get off here. And yeah, man, it's been fun.
Yo, so for you guys watching, man, if you want to do giveaways, maybe let the people knowing that are doing them about pick all. That way, it's a little bit more fair and fun for everyone. So if you see somebody on Twitter doing a crypto giveaway, ask them to pick the winner through pick all. They don't have to do anything extra. Just copy the link to the tweet, post it, pick a random winner, and more transparency and less trust in these crypto giveaways, eh?
How does this work now? So do I put the seed on the post so everybody can see how?
Yep. Yeah. You can copy. It'll give you all the information that you can tweet out. So if I click on it, I can see that you actually did do the giveaway, and it's not like some doctored screenshot or from a website that you made to look like Pickall or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like people go out of their way to do one Bitcoin giveaways and make a fake Pickall website so they can pick themselves to win it.
Yeah, not happening.
So they give you a lot of information to make sure that like when you post it on your Twitter that it's very verifiable. So like Pickall is cool for doing giveaways. And it's there's an easy way to do like a Bitcoin too. Like if you gave away Bitcoin on Twitter, you can use Pickall to pick the winner. And then you can use Dropbit and just send them the Bitcoin right to their Twitter account right there, right then and there. They don't even have to send you a Bitcoin receiving address. So you can use Pickall, pick the winner, Dropbit to pay the winner all through a tweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So next time we do a giveaway, it's Bitcoin then?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
All right, cool. So let's do something for February. I'll DM you. We will do a giveaway. Maybe we'll make it fun. Include Erica, Bitcoin Center, include bits and tokens, and
yeah, let's do something cool.
So one last shameless plug. I'm working on one last event, one more event. Oh, and I'm going to send you the videos from Atlanta. We had an event there on Saturday, so you can see how that's going. And I'm hoping to do something for the Super Bowl here in Miami in a couple weeks, or next week. So you come down. If anybody comes down to Miami, feel free to let me know.
And it's gonna be a good time for Erica and Annalise to do their Billy on the Street. Just go up to everybody that's in town for the Super Bowl and just be like, "What do you know about Bitcoin?" And just like throw $1 at them and run away.
Do it. I'm sure nobody's gonna be bothered if they throw money at them.
That's what I mean. Just like Billy on the Street. Have you ever seen it? It's like the comedian. He runs around with $1 and he puts a mic in random people's faces and just like throws money at them. Whatever. It's funny.
All right. Well, Ken, it's been great. I'm gonna go ahead and post on Twitter everything, and as soon as I get the wallet address from Poo, it's out.
All right, guys, you heard it here. Shout out to Block Tech Network, and make sure you're in Miami for Mining Disrupt. It's gonna be huge, dudes, and I'll be there. So if you want to hang out with me, Miami's the place to be. 722 throw 723. I didn't even mean to rhyme.
Yes. Got that.
I'm a poet, didn't even know it. Drop your comments in the comment section below, and as always, have a day. Fernando, much love, bro. See you in a couple months.
Much love. See you soon. Later, bud.
Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project, that is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like SoMe.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, MonarchToken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available for Android, iOS, and desktop devices today. Do you want to learn how to mine crypto? Well, all you have to do is visit cryptomining.tools for profitable crypto mining information today. The Divi Project. That is diviproject.org, your one-click solution for staking and masternodes. Earn cryptocurrency using social media platforms like Some.social, SOMEE.social, New Era Social Media. Get paid to write reviews, like reviews, comment on reviews. Visit bravocoin.com and get paid to review. Available for Android and iOS devices. bravocoin.com. CoinFlip, the world's best Bitcoin ATM. Better service, better fees. Better visit coinflip.tech today. Shout out to the sponsors of the podcast, monarchtoken.io, the complete crypto solution. Monarch Wallet is now available.